Hello everyone and welcome back to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah, and if you need to declutter this year, you are in the right place. I know whenever I have a task that I find to be a bit overwhelming or time-consuming or tedious, I know it helps me a lot to try to break things up in an organized way. And why not break that down A to Z into all these different pieces that we can work through sequentially and know what the next step is, rather than aimlessly trying to jump around from task to task, not really sure when it's going to get done or how or what that path looks like. So today, the helpful tool that is linked below that I'll be walking you through is the Better with Less Success path. And with this particular path here, I actually have it broken down A to Z. There's 26 different sections or focus areas with decluttering if you're trying to do a dramatic, transformational whole house declutter. Or let's say you've already done a lot of the decluttering. Maybe this is your chance for a fresh redo or a freshen up of your space, if you will, and help yourself go into the next year with that maintained, organized, and decluttered space you've been hoping for. Again, feel free to follow along by clicking at it on the link in the description field. But with the Better with Less Success path, I'll be walking you through the different levels because, as you can see, there are 4 different concentric circles. We'll start with the inside and we'll gradually work our way outwards as we're looking to further simplify our lives, our homes, our routines, and all the other aspects that sometimes get overlooked if we don't have a clear plan or focus in mind. So first up in the middle here, we've got mindset, vision, and toolbox. Now, you might be tempted to jump right into that specific decluttering project that you have in mind, but if we want long-lasting success when we're trying to simplify, we need to make sure that we have our mindset right. We have to understand what we want, our vision for our space, and visualize that transformation or the changes that need to be made in a space or your whole space. And also toolbox, thinking about the decluttering tools that we can use as we're going through different items. There are lots of different rules people have come up with or approaches that can certainly help in different cases, but each type of clutter that we have may require a different approach or a different tool. And so having a toolbox, so to speak, you've got your different tools for different purposes. That's our central layer, our foundation for having success with this. After we move beyond the you section and we've built that foundation, now we're getting into our daily life. These are going to be very impactful ways you can simplify without being completely overwhelmed. These are the next letters of our path here. And the reason for that is because you can simplify different components that you interact with in your home every day so you can save time and make life simpler. And this is a really great foundational piece before you get into tougher decluttering projects. We can start with as simple as a bedside table or nightstand or wherever you might be storing some of those different basic everyday items. We can keep it really practical. You can think about your bathroom routine. Could you simplify the products that you have out in your shower or the types of materials that you're using on a regular basis be center stage, and the stuff you're not using as much to get yourself ready can be dealt with or stored elsewhere. We'll look at your wardrobe, trying to sort through the clothing that is most essential or most beneficial to you or your favorites from those that are not. Core meal, thinking about ways we can not only save money and time, even maybe eat a little healthier, but have routine in our meals, at least one meal a day, your core meal. Your everyday carry, that's your purse or wallet or whatever you're taking with you to bring items to and from out of the house, all those essentials. Can we streamline that a bit? We'll look at your workspace, whether this is a workspace at home or your desk at work or at school if you're a student, wherever the case is. How can you simplify and streamline this area so you're able to focus on the most important tasks? We've got surfaces, which can apply to any type of surface you've got in your space. Those are what our eyes are visually noticing in a space, and they can really make a difference whether the room feels calm or cluttered. And we've got Command Center. The Command Center can be a go-to station for organization, keeping track of different appointments and bills that need to be paid or other financial information. Maybe that's where you sort through mail and take care of those kinds of errands or tasks. These pieces all come together to help someone live a more optimized and minimal life, and will also prevent clutter buildup in these locations, complicating things more than they really need to be. After we've moved beyond our daily life, now let's get into the home. And we've got a lot of different focus points here in our home, and we'll just go through them one at a time here. Obviously, if one of these doesn't apply to you, skip it, and you can move on to the next one. And I should have mentioned earlier, but something that's fun with the Better with Less success path, if you print it out, you can actually cross off things after you've worked through that particular area and gotten it where it needs to be. With our home section, you can start with a bedroom, creating a safe space and a refuge for yourself. Next up, bathroom. Usually not too many sentimental items here, so it can work a little bit more efficiently and be another great win under your belt as we continue moving forward. We've got kitchen. This is going to streamline all of your cooking and meals, and even just looking at some of the storage in the kitchen can be important too. We've also got living room, where you're spending a lot of your time. Hobbies and entertainment clutter. How much is still being used by you, and how much do you think you need to keep long term? Since those kind of things can add up pretty quickly. We've got sentimental items, which can be such a doozy, but once you are able to take back the power that some of these sentimental items may feel like they have over you, it is a liberating feeling and you really feel unstoppable. So I'm excited for you to get to that place. We've got digital clutter and paper clutter. Those are areas that a lot of viewers of this channel and also students I've had have struggled with, but there are systems we can use. We can adopt that systemized approach with our digital and paper clutter as well. Start with digital though first, just so you don't turn your paper clutter into a digital nightmare. We've got storage areas, and finally, other people's clutter. Those again can be kind of challenging spots, but if you've got items in storage in different places in your home or beyond, and you don't really know what it is, or if there are certain items that belong to others in your space that are causing stress or difficulties, let's try to work through those with them. Let's try to create some new opportunities that will improve the situation overall. Always thinking about progress, not necessarily perfection. We can continue improving our space 1% at a time until we get it to where we want it to be, and there's merit to that journey, that process. Lastly, the last few letters of the alphabet here, we have beyond the clutter. And while the physical clutter in our space is a huge part of the decluttering process, once you've tackled items in your space, you start to look outward and you can realize other aspects of life that may have been cluttered or that need to be decluttered and simplified in order to help you live optimally and live better with less. It's important to declutter your finances. Look at those spending habits, because as much work as you do with decluttering, if you don't fix shopping habits or consumption patterns, it's going to just come right back in the future. Also, reaching our financial goals may require some different action steps we can take and prioritize. Schedule clutter. Our time is so valuable, and if you have a cluttered schedule, you're much more likely to be burned out, feel tired or exhausted, not be able to prioritize what matters more to you, and it's ultimately could possibly lead you to struggling with physical clutter once again. We really want to simplify what's on your plate. Relationships can also be a tricky but important aspect to declutter, especially if there are relationships that are bringing you down or causing negativity in your life. You can change the amount of time you spend with people, remove people from your life if needed, or have conversations to work through some of these topics. This, again, is not an easy thing to do, but as we continue moving forward and think about making progress, it can be really helpful to audit that and how you feel after hanging out with different people or spending time with others, and make adjustments as needed. We've got mental health and physical health. And these are both very important layers as well to helping you feel your best. Sometimes mental health and physical health get pushed down on the priority list. I know I've been there, but in an optimized life, we want to be able to do what we can to help ourselves be as healthy and happy as possible. And so that requires nurturing and care and taking time for ourselves, prioritizing what is going to make us feel good. So there's a lot here on this Better with Less success path, and you might be thinking, oh my goodness, that was so many different topics. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I think the beauty about a tool like this is we can pick one thing at a time. Maybe you choose to go through it in that path I mentioned, or maybe there's a couple key areas that are focal points for you as you think about your decluttering for the upcoming year or whatever time period you want. But if you are thinking that this framework could be helpful to you, or you are excited to jump in, but think you could benefit from more structure and support than what a piece of paper can provide, I am excited to share that registration has opened for my Better with Less course, which is the foundational course I run here as part of Abundantly Minimal, and it is a 100% self-paced decluttering course with lots of different layers of support and accountability to help you live your best life with less and to, declutter and simplify in any way that you would like to. There is more information about the program linked below, but I thought I'd talk about a few highlights here while we're together on this video. So as I mentioned, this is a step-by-step framework. All of these pieces from the Better with Less success path have their own video lesson and homework assignment. It's very action-oriented. This is not the kind of course where you sign up and forget about it or just, give up. I'm holding you accountable, and it's a nice, small, tight-knit community. So we've got a members-only Facebook group. We have live coaching multiple times a month at different times and dates to accommodate different schedules. And these coaching calls often only have 2 to 6 people on the call. So it's a really great way to get not only that community from others and feel that inspiration from others, but also we're able to talk to each other, and I help answer questions and give you suggestions. We work through to find a plan together, and it's a really effective way to get that support you need to move forward on your items. This is also the first time I'm launching the course with this new component, live decluttering events. Twice a month, you'll find live decluttering events where we hop on a Zoom call together. I set a timer for 15 minutes, and you work on whatever sort of decluttering you need to take care of in your space. After the 15 minutes is up, we come back together, we discuss or share what we were able to find to let go of, and it is such an exciting and fun way to work through some of this extra stuff and jumpstart some motivation, especially if you felt like you were off for a few days and need a push. That is a really fun opportunity, and we tested it out in December with existing students, and it was really beneficial. So I'm excited that we're bringing it back on a regular basis. Now, who is Better with Less for? This course is perfect to anyone who is new on their decluttering journey, anyone who's maybe started but needs to get back in it and maybe needs a little bit of external motivation to do so. Anyone who feels like they want support as they're going through their decluttering journey or could benefit from accountability, or anyone who is looking to get unstuck. If you've stopped and you felt like there was something holding you back, this would be a great place for you to go. Obviously, if you've already completed your decluttering and you're not looking to take care of anything else, not going to be the right fit for you. When you sign up, there's also a lot of great bonuses in the program, including 2 ebooks, Declutter Day by Day, which has lots of decluttering challenges, a decluttering planner, and a checklist with over 250 things to let go of, as well as Declutter Without Guilt, which helps you overcome 8 different types of common guilt we experience with decluttering so you can get unstuck. We've also got a paper decluttering bonus challenge because that was something a lot of my students wanted some more resources for. So I created that 5-video bonus challenge with different components, 5 different types of paper clutter, and that has been a big hit as well. And there's also audio guides. So if you are more so wanting to listen rather than watch any of the course content or want some extra motivation, those audio guides can be a great fit. So far, we've had many students successfully complete the program, and I did want to share a few of their testimonials and thoughts about the program just to help you make an informed decision if this is the right fit for you. Sandy said, "This is a must-take course for those new to decluttering and those who have been practicing minimalism for a while. Sarah is an excellent teacher. She is very clear in how she explains everything and also super supportive. The challenges and printables offered to keep you going on your own journey are so valuable." Thank you, Sarah. Danielle said, "A motivating and thought-provoking decluttering program which engages you to take action, helping you at every stage of your minimalist journey. Fantastic resources with easy videos to explain the process, ensuring you are fully supported throughout, actually making it enjoyable." Iris said, "Being in this course gives me the feeling of connection that I've been missing for so long. Living in a cluttered home has been a lonely business because I didn't want people to see that side of me. I have seen tons of YouTube videos about decluttering and got inspiration, but hearing real people talk about their journey and being able to talk to Sarah live gives me a completely different feeling of commitment and accountability." Jennifer said, "Sarah's Better with Less course has helped so much to get our clutter in our home under control. My home is becoming easier to tidy and quicker to clean as I use Sarah's methods of decluttering. The course has given me many decluttering skills that I did not have before. I now feel more confident about maintaining our home. I especially enjoy Sarah's coaching call sessions. She gives great advice and it is inspiring to learn with other members of the course. So glad I signed up." I know that reading those reviews is one of my favorite parts about running this program because I get to witness these transformations happening and people being able to regain control of their space or create the space within their homes that they had been wanting and removing that pain and stress from all of that clutter. That being said, if you are interested in signing up, you might be wondering about the cost. So I have put that on the screen right now. When we add up the total value of the video lessons in the course, the bonuses, the live coaching calls, the live decluttering events, and the members only Facebook group, the total value comes to $888, but we are offering the massive discount of $197. But we're even offering an early incentive if you sign up before the end of the month, January 31st at midnight. You will be able to get an extra $50 off your registration. So if it's something you're interested in, I highly recommend signing up before that window closes. There is both a pay in full option and a payment plan. And for both instances, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee if you are unsatisfied for any reason. I want you to go into this with no risk. There's nothing to lose, only so much to gain as you gain control over your space and reduce that overwhelm as you declutter. Please let me know any questions you have in the comments of this video, or feel free to send me an email at sarah@abundantly.minimal.com. I would love to have you in the program, and I'll get back to you right away with any questions or concerns. Thank you so much for watching today, and all of that information is linked below. We'll see you next time. Bye.